No one gets by the Constructicons. Devastator!
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, this is the big one. The Mecha Invasion Giant Legion Devastator. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we are going to be constructing the Mecha Invasion Giant Legion Devastator. So we have all three sets here. Took a few months to, I guess, get everything together, but we got them all. We have video reviews for each set up, and they show basically the unboxing, the transformations from vehicle mode into bot mode, and that's about it. So what I wanted to do was actually spend some time, make a fourth video, and turn these things into their combiner pieces and build the Devastator. So we don't have anything to open, so we're just going to go ahead and delve right in. So let's start. But before we do that, please subscribe to the channel. So as you can see, they're all here, all six of them. We have Hook, Long Haul, Scrapper, Scavenger, Mixmaster, and Bone Crusher. So what we need to do is put them into their combiner modes. I think I'm going to go ahead and do some random things, but I will go ahead and take Bone Crusher and Scavenger in their vehicle modes and turn them into their combiner pieces. A few others I might have to turn into their bot mode. I'm going to try to show you the easiest way and get through it, hopefully under an hour. Nah, it's not going to take an hour, but it's a pretty lengthy process, especially when you're doing 6 different bots. So we're going to head over to the other side and take our Bone Crusher with us. We'll start with him. Alright, so step 1, we're going to start with Bone Crusher. We're going to go ahead and peek him over, make sure you have that little smokestack down. We're going to come over here to the front shovel, take these two pieces and untab them and then pull them down. And we're going to come around and remove the top portion here from the treads and separate the legs right there. Then we're going to come off here to the side and try to untab these pieces. Go ahead, pull that piece out, and then over here the same. Once you have those out, you kind of just want to take it and almost plug it right back in. Not quite in the same spot, but at this different angle. Alright, then we're going to come back around. We're going to take this piece out here and we're going to spin these legs around like that. We're going to come down, extend that foot here and here, and we're going to come inside and untab these pieces, bring them down, but we're going to bring this piece up, bring it together, and then over here bring it down and bring that piece up so you have something like this. All right, now you want to come over here and you want to angle this completely back, bring it down and tab directly into that piece right here. Do the same for this side. Should get this leg out the way, bring it down and tab right in. Then you can come down to the bottom. Again, make sure this piece is out of the way. And you can start bringing these in. And you can tab that toe together if you'd like. When you have that down, you can come around to the back here and bring this piece back down. And you want to find where these are going to peg into. So you can see there's a spot right here and here. So these have to line up and be able to get into there, which is kind of tricky. Mess with it, you can get it. Give it a nice squeeze. make sure you got that all lined up so it'll be nice and sturdy, like that. Then we want to come up here to the top and separate these arms. So you bring them down, you're going to pull this piece out on each side. So you should have something like this. Then you want to take these upper arm pieces and tilt them in to where they have these two connector pieces facing on the inside. You can then bring your forearm around to the back on each side like that. Bring it forward. And then this piece is basically just ready to add your thigh into. Next up, Scavenger. So also in vehicle mode, we're going to go ahead and start first by separating that base from the treads. We don't want to separate those just yet, but what we want to do is get these pieces out on the sides here. So get this out the way, go ahead up in there and untab these two front pieces. So that should come out there. You're gonna have to lift this little driver's seat area out and pop that one out. Come around to the back. We're gonna go ahead and pull this out, put that all the way down, and then we can go ahead and turn our crane piece here and bring that up right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and separate these feet just to get that out of the way some. We want to do what we did with Bone Crusher with these parts here. Right there. And then over on this side, the same thing. Put that down. Put it back some. Down. And in. Then we're going to bring them back around to here. We're going to lift this. And now we're going to kind of turn these legs. So let's get that down some. Spin these around. And we're going to come down to the bottoms. We're going to do the same thing we did with the other. So we're going to bring that toe out. Untab this piece. Lift that up. And then bring that forward. Same over here. So out. Untab. Bring this piece up. And we'll have something like that. We're gonna go ahead and bring these around to the front and then fully extend that to where we get those treads tabbed in once again, and again on this side, up and tabbed in. So far so good. Around to the back. We want to get this piece down once more, and we want to line it up with those two larger spaces where they can plug into. So we get that in here on that side and over here. Tab that in, and then you can go ahead and tab your toes together. Make sure you get that little top piece. Now we'll go ahead and put that part down in the front right here, and then we'll come up to the arms. Very similar to what we did with Bone Crusher. Bring these pieces out. We're going to go ahead, angle these, turn them in, and then bring those down. Same on the side. Turn that in and bring it down. And we've got that in the front. So that should do it for this one. And there is our left leg. So far we have the bottoms of the right and left legs. All right, next up, we're going to start with one of the arms, and we're going to go with Mixmaster. So for Mixmaster, we're going to bring him up. These two alloy pieces that you have on each side, we're going to untab them and bring them down. So on each side, just like that, get them tabbed into the wheels. Now we want to come around to our mixer. We're going to take that little piece here and fold that up and detach the mixer. Open it. We want to bring out our hand here. Rotate this around. And bring this down right there. And then we want to tab that wrist into these pieces here. That way you have something like this. Get those hands out. We're gonna come up here. Once we spin that hand around, so we wanna come here to this midsection and turn this piece to the side like that. And then we'll angle this back. And that way we'll have our arm hinge. You can hear the ratchet in there. Pretty nice. And how simple was that? There is the Devastator right arm. All right, part 4, we have Scrapper. So with Scrapper, first thing we want to do is go ahead and pop this little driver column right here. Then we want to come to the back and separate these two pieces here and here. Then get them apart. Open these up, and we're going to bring this hand out so we can go ahead and tab it right into place. Then we're going to simply bring this right back together. And pop that right on back down. Same on this side. That's all we're doing, is literally just putting it right back together. We just needed to get that hand out. Plug it back in and tap it right back up. We can go ahead and bring this piece back down and plug that back in. And then we're going to go ahead and turn it to its side. Up here, we're going to go ahead and crack that piece so you have a bit of an elbow joint, if you want to call it that. Then that's pretty much it. Get these fingers extended a bit, and there's your left Devastator arm. All right, part 5. So here is Long Haul. So with him, get these arms up. We have him in bot mode because it seems like a little bit of a simpler way. We're going to get these out, push them together, go ahead and bring this down and put that down. Get them arms back. And we're going to go ahead and bring this piece off of his back, bring it down to tuck that head in. We're going to come up here through the arms, and we're going to rotate them around to the side like that. And then we're going to open that up and put that back. So we want to have this top piece right here and the bottom like that. So down to the side, spin this around, open that up, tab that down, and get them arms kind of right in front of you like this. And then bring these forward some and bring them up. You want to get these two pieces here tabbed in to that top part, almost like you're putting it back into vehicle mode. So tab in and in. And then we're going to get that down. And we're going to go ahead and bring this right on back down, up. Tab that in. Do the same on this side. Turn that, bring that part down. And get that tabbed right back into place. Like that. Now we're going to come around to the front here. So for the chest armor, we want to go ahead and tab this out. Bring it down, and then bring these two pieces out right here and here. We're going to then rotate this around, bring it back up, come around to the back. You have this little piece here, you want to bring that out. So You want to make sure that's kind of flush to where you have a bit of a gap here, so these tires will act as a bumper. And then we're going to come back down to the legs, get this out the way, and we're going to spin this around to the front right here. We're going to go ahead and spin this piece around to right here and get this kind of piece down. Now we're going to go ahead and spin that upper torso back around to the front right here. Then we're going to take these legs, extend that ratchet, and we're going to turn that thigh completely around like that. And then we're going to go ahead and spin the rest of the leg back around to the front. And we're going to do that with both sides. So we'll come over here, spin that around and out, and then get that leg back around to the front. So you should have something like this. Now we're going to come around to the backs of the legs. We're going to untab these tires here. We're going to pull that shin piece off and bring it up to the thigh. Snap that in. Bring up your alloy piece, tab that in, and then bring it in and tab that into the back of the thigh right here. Then we'll go ahead and take this foot, extend it out, fold it up right there. We're going to do the same for this side. So we're going to untab here and bring it up and tab it in. Bring up the alloy, tab that in, and bring it into the back thigh and tab that in. And we'll bring our foot up and push that around to the side like that, and around to the front. So your thighs and knees should look something like this. So back at the torso, I guess right around the waist, we're going to go ahead and bring this piece down and pull these pieces forward like that, here and here, and you'll have something like that. So there are our thighs, waist, and lower torso for Devastator. All right, so we are down to our final piece, and we're going to go ahead and combine our hook here into the shoulders and head. So what we want to do first is go ahead and probably straighten his arms out some. We're going to take our hook and spin that around, and then we're going to separate his torso apart like that. And then we want to go ahead and get that head tucked back down in there. So we're going to spin that around and slide that back on down inside. We want to tab these two pieces in. Well, not tab, but just slide them in. And then we want to go ahead to our arms and rotate them to where you have that screw hole facing out. So like this on both sides. And then we want to get this piece off to the side. Try to stand this straight up to where the head is facing down and bring those arms back. And we're going to go ahead and tab them into the sides here and here. All right, now back down here, we're going to go ahead and bring these two parts out here and here. And then we're going to come down to our little waist flap area and bring these up and bring that out. And we need to get in here to these side pieces and extend them out, bring that up like that. And then same on this side, bounce up and out like that. And then we can spin him around and flip that out and go ahead and pop out our Devastator head. So we'll just tab the head down some, spin him back around to this side, and we're going to move this out the way again. And then we're going to bring our legs out. So here and here, and spin them around. Flip this down right here again, and make sure that we have that knee ratchet facing up. So we'll do that on each side. So here and here, to get it something like that. All right, now we're starting over on this side. So we're gonna take this leg, fold that heel in, and then that toe in. We wanna go ahead and detach this piece, bring it out. Get up in here, and we'll start untabbing our leg again. So we get that folded out, bring this back, and bring that up right here. And start bringing this forward. You want to get that kind of in there, probably something like this. It doesn't tab, but it should hold. We're going to do the same on the other side. So heel down, toe up. We want to detach all this good stuff. Go in first, pull that back, and we'll start bringing this in to where we kind of have something like this. All right, let's go ahead and try to connect this back. So we got our arms up. We're gonna go ahead and flip these pieces up, but we're gonna go ahead and get these tabs down and pegged in and make sure that's up. Snap that down, so then you have one of your arm sockets. Over on this side, bring this up, put that down, and then down your other combiner piece, and you can bring that down. But actually, before we do that, I wanna go ahead bring this back piece up. So we need to get these pieces in here, I guess, flush. We have to somehow hook these two pieces under each shoulder. So I'm gonna get that head out of here so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, one side in, and over here, and that side down. We're gonna bring these hands in, and make sure them back two pieces are angled out so they can plug in. Put that head back down, and this whole back piece should slide right in with those hand grips going over those pegs inside of the back of the shoulders. Get that out of here. Put that down. Bring this hand up and get that attached on there. All right, so now I think we need to start combining. So we're gonna put our upper torso off to the side for a moment, and we're gonna bring in our left leg and our full upper legs and lower torso, and then we want to put these pieces in. So on the back, you should see, or you should be able to tab this into. So once that's in, you're gonna see these two tabs right here. And you're gonna go ahead and get them connected in on each side, in and in. And then the stop piece, just get that down. And so one leg. We're gonna move over to the next, do the same thing. Find that spot and line it up with the back right here. And pop that in. Line up those tabs. One side and the other side, squeeze them together and pop those pieces down, and then your Devastator should be standing. Next portion, we're going to come here to this upper torso, and this is the fun part. So I'm going to go ahead and get these pieces straight right there. Bring them into here. Make sure you have those pieces lined up. And down. And connect that together. In order to do this properly, I'm gonna go ahead and stick his legs out in front of him, so that way you'll be able to see it. And Go ahead and try to line that back up like that. And then we're going to attempt to push the rest in. I really don't fucking get this. Then around to the back. This damn crane's getting in my way. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead down in here in these two little pieces. We want to flip them up, if you can see them, on each side of that kind of metal bar here, and bring that forward and in. Go ahead and snap our head back down right there, and we can bring our hands down. We're gonna open these spots up and get our hands in there on each side, up and up like there, and they should be able to grab directly on to those pegs in there. I don't fucking get it. So we're gonna go ahead and bring our chest piece up now. So we gotta make sure those tires are back. We're gonna get those two tabs pegged in on the side, and then that top part lined up and pushed down. So you should have it to where it's meeting right here with it, and it should be nice and pegged in. All right, so first we have our right arm, and so we combine our work right on just like that. And then we'll bring in our left arm. I might have to straighten this up some. The exact same thing on this side until it pegs in. Alright, so there is the upper half of the Devastator so far. We're going to come around to this cannon here, and so we want to go ahead and get that, pull this out, slap it around, aim that down. So now we have our gun ready. We can go ahead and bring out this sight if we want, but if we don't want to, we can fold that back. We're going to come down, lift the Devastator head, put the visor down on his face, and let's go ahead and try to stand him up. Alright, next up we're going to move on to his blaster. So we're going to go ahead and start getting these pieces out, and we're going to start with this one right here. So what we're going to do is take these two pieces and bring them back. Then we're going to go ahead and bring in this one. So what we want to do is put that right above and tab that into its spot right here. Then we're gonna go ahead and move over to our purple one right here. And then take this one and we're gonna go ahead and slide that magazine tab right into that part there. And then we're gonna take this one here with this extending barrel where you have that tab at the top. And we're gonna go ahead and get that plugged in right there. Then we're gonna come in and grab our other side and bring that together, get those two pieces lined up, tab and tab. So you have something like this. So that should be able to move in and out. And then we're gonna take our last piece and we're gonna line these tabs up here, here, and here, and here. So we'll get those right there, get those parts tabbed into that. And there is your Devastator blaster. Alright, so here we have the Devastator in his final form, and he looks pretty good. So he stands at roughly 16 inches when fully combined. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out a tape measure here and throw that up next to it. So there's that right next to him. You can see he's roughly right around the 16-inch mark. Overall, pretty nice, very heavy. We're going to go ahead and give you some final thoughts, but first we want to go ahead and give you some comparisons. So to start with some scale, here's the Devastator with the Studio Series RC, with the YOLO Park AMK Pro Series Starscream, with the 3.0 MDLX G2 Megatron. Here he is with the Masterpiece Soundwave. Here he is with the fantastic Model 02 Marge, with the PT-01 Op Commander Oversized Optimus Prime. Now for some final scaling, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Dream Toys Hook Warrior. So here he is in bot mode. We're not quite finished with that video, so I don't have that up yet. So there's a side-by-side comparison with the Giant Legion. We also have Shovel Fighter in his combiner mode, and you can just see how that left leg just towers over the leg that's on our Devastator here. So this one is going to be a big boy. We only have the two parts so far, well, three if you count the Megatron. And we'll go ahead and bring in that chest armor just to show you the comparison on that. Significantly larger. I do have to hold it away from it a bit, but this is going to be a big set as well. However, I'm loving this Devastator. Not entirely G1 accurate as far as, you know, which combiner pieces go on which, and also, I guess, their look and design, but I like it. It fills it in a little more, and it's really nice. All right, so that was some comparisons for you. Hope you guys appreciate the scale comparisons. But now we're gonna go ahead. We can't really toss him up onto the turntable. He probably would fit on one of ours, but I just don't have the space due to his height. You know, I'm running out of area. But we're gonna go ahead and take a brief break, and we'll be right back with some final thoughts.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Crossfire Collectibles.
Crossfire Collectibles.
Crossfire Collectibles.
Crossfire Collectibles. And knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right, so here you have it. The Mecha Invasion Giant Legion GLA-01 through 06. And this is their version of the Devastator. Very, very cool. Nice take on the Constructicons and turning into this Devastator. So it's a bit of G1 mixed with some new style, and I actually really like it. I really like how they did the feet. That's probably one of my favorite things. It makes them more stable, more balanced. They went ahead and they took the two pieces based off of Bone Crusher and Scavenger, and you were able to fold those treads up to create actually foot on both of them. So really cool there. Little different take, you know, having Mixmaster and Scrapper up here. So we're kind of used to seeing them a little bit different. Hook, of course, you know, up here on the chest piece, what we were expected, and then long haul in there. Had a bit of a difficulty with the, I guess, the shoulder area, so I don't have that entirely in there. There's a part in the video I totally had to just cut out. It didn't make any sense. So my apologies for that. If you watch it, be like, where's this part? Something is up over here. I know I screwed it up, but big deal, you know. We're all human, we make mistakes, but it is what it is. But overall, the figure itself, he is just ginormous. He looks good. I love all the decals, the piping, the colors, man. The colors is what really did it for me. You know, that lime green, the purple, the blacks and the silvers. It really stands out and it looks amazing. Probably one of my favorite Devastators they've done, you know, probably just due to the unique design. But I'm really, really excited for this IDW one. I need to stop thinking about it, stop talking about it. They need to just kind of rush them pieces out so we can get to it and get that built. He's going to be even bigger than this, so that is just crazy. But overall, this Devastator, very affordable. The price is right. You get 2 parts per set, and all 3 are out. So if you're a Devastator lover like myself, this is definitely one of the Constructicons you need in your collection. He's amazing. I couldn't say any more happier things about it. It just looks good, and I'm overall satisfied. So anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.